Jolson here, back with another video. So today I'm going to be giving you a solo showdown guide, all the fancy tips and tricks to get better at solo showdown. Anyways, please be sure to watch all my videos throughout the end, like and subscribe, and let's start today's video. So with solo showdown, there comes a few tips and tricks. The first tip that you have to know is what are the current metas running in Brawl Stars, and today I'm going to be sharing 3 with you. The first meta that I'm going to be talking about is the maps like Cabin Churn and Feast or Famine, all those bushy solo showdown maps. Buzz, because before Buzz was even the current meta right now in those maps, and since he's become so OP, the brawlers that we used before highly, it was first Primo and then it went to Shelly meta, and ever since then it's Buzz currently. I'm not so sure why, but he's pretty OP in meta, so try and push him to rank 30 as fast as you can. The second meta I'm going to be sharing with you is the Max meta. In all the long range solo showdown maps, I see Max being highly used, and Maxes are pretty toxic as well, so try to push Max to rank 30 or rank 35 as fast as you can. Max is actually a really good brawler right now in meta, so I suggest you highly push him. There was also actually 2 metas that I'll be talking about, not one more. There was an Eve meta. Eve was pretty good in Acid Lakes. She pretty much dominated highly in Acid Lakes because of the water surrounding the middle of the map. But it was only temporary. Unlike the Gale meta that I'll be sharing with you now, Gale was really good in meta for 6 months. I pushed him to rank 30 easily when I think the map was called Dark Fantasies. Yeah, I pushed him to rank 30 easily in there. Dark Passage also helped as well. Gale was really good because of his second gadget. It helped me defend tanks and his super as well. And that is a tip for you to get better in solo showdown. So another tip that I'm going to be talking about for solo showdown is when you actually start in a game. So basically, try avoid rushing middle, because middle gives you the highest probability of dying easily, and you're going to lose trophies easily. Just try to get the cubes that are near you, so you can at least have a few cubes with you, and you won't have any problems. Because if you end up just getting no cubes at all, it's gonna make your match harder for you, and you're probably just gonna get killed really easily, or maybe killed near the start of the game. That's why even I would always just try and get the cubes near me. I'd roughly get about 3 or 4 cubes, so that kind of helps me within my games. In Cabin Churn, I just only rush like 1 or 2 cubes in the middle. If I see no one in the middle when I go in the middle, then I just get the cubes freely. Well, it's always best to just start off the game with just getting like at least 3-4 cubes. Then your game's going to be easy for you, because as I said, if you rush in the middle, you have a higher probability of dying easily. That's why if you don't rush and at least farm a few cubes from the outsides of the map, then at least you have no problems with your game, and you can just start off with a good start. And that's another tip for you to get better in solo showdown. So another tip for you to get better in solo showdown is never use all of your ammo to try and get a power cube as quickly as you can, or at once. You might think that if you want to get a power cube quickly, you have to break the box as fast as possible. I mean, that is somewhat right, but you shouldn't use all your ammo on box at once. Because if another player is near and also trying to compete with you to get to that same power cube, they're just going to be waiting around for you to for you to get the box open, and they could just potentially steal it, depending on the brawler that they are. So always just try to target the player who's trying to go for the box, and just make the brawler just try to stay away from the power cube as much as possible. Even if you can't, just leave it to them, I guess. But you should always just try to not just waste your ammo, and then eventually get killed. This will actually help you get a power cube, and the 1 or however many ammo bars you save up, it can be used to attack anyone. And that's another tip for you to get better in solo showdown. So another tip for you to get better in solo showdown is to never move around the map without any power cubes, because it's recommended that unless you have an adequate amount of power cubes, you shouldn't move much around the map if you have none. Just try to hide in one place for as long as you can, because it can increase your chances of ranking in the top 5, so you can actually gain some trophies as well. So I advise you to like just don't move around without power cubes, because you can potentially die. Brawlers can target you pretty easily, so I just advise you not to do that. And the reason why you should understand all the showdown maps in Brawl Stars, it's important. First of all, to the experienced player, it may seem odd to like actually study a full map. The layout of a map is fairly important, as most would know. The extent of that importance has become far less relevant as time goes by. This isn't because Brawl Stars players are losing brain cells by the hour. No, well, no, that's not it. I'm just joking about that. Because as far as Brawl Stars tier lists go, they focus dominantly on the entire game mode, as opposed to how its maps are set up. So it's pretty important to know how the maps are set up, so you know what to do, you know what brawls to go, you know how to actually, like, to the extent, just come top 5, you know what to do. And that's another tip for you to get better in Solo Showdown. So the last tip for you to get better in Solo Showdown, I do not believe how I'm talking about this, but ever since it was introduced in Showdown has just basically worked differently, and it's just become an ongoing thing. But the tip I'm going to be telling you about is, yeah, of course, teaming. Well, we have to talk about teaming. There's nothing else. We can't just not talk about that. So in Solo Showdown, you can form an alliance with another player if the other player is willing to team with you. You can go near that player and rapidly spin in circles, which is called teaming. And if the other player spins too, they're agreeing to team with you. In this way, you can finish off the remaining players on the map, basically the guys that don't want to team with you, and get rid of any stronger enemies. But this technique can backfire for both of the players, because either your opponent will just leave you to heal up if you're about to die, or just completely backstab you and kill you and make you lose trophies. You can also do that to the other player, but sometimes I see that if I don't kill the player that's solo and trying to heal up, he won't do it. The opponent won't do it back to me as well, which is pretty good. But sometimes they can just backstab you, and that's basically just being heartless. But anyway, notably, teaming is synonymous with cheating in Brawl Stars, but Brawl Stars hasn't removed teaming. But I still think it's just an ongoing thing. Like, Brawl Stars can't do anything about it. But since you can use whatever methods you want to get a higher rank with, it's called a viable strategy. And that's the last tip that you need to get better in Solo Showdown. Okay, so everyone, that is going to be it for today's video. Please be sure to share my videos around, like, subscribe, comment down below what types of videos you want to see me do next. Have a great rest of your day, have a great rest of your week. See you later, guys. Peace.